Alright, before we get started today, let's check out the bike. Today we're going to be on the XSR 900. Alright guys, let's go. The first thing you're going to want to do is play with the clutch. Alright, look at my left hand. When you slowly release the clutch, the motorcycle starts to move, see? You're going to want to sit here and you're going to want to get used to the clutch. This is going to be a lot of information guys, so bear with me. It might be a little bit boring, but let's go. You slowly release the clutch, the motorcycle starts to move. Stop. Slowly release the clutch, the motorcycle starts to move. Just keep practicing this for a couple minutes. Once you got it down, you move on to the next step. Now we're going to fully release the clutch and get the motorcycle rolling. Do it slowly or else you're going to stall. Alright, see what I'm doing with my left hand? Slowly release the clutch and you start moving. And then you stop. You want to use both brakes when you come to a stop. And you also want to squeeze in the clutch when you stop or else you're going to stall the motorcycle. Alright, slowly release the clutch. You start moving, slowly release the clutch. And then when you stop, you're going to want to squeeze the clutch and hit the brakes at the same time slowly. See what I'm doing? If you don't squeeze the clutch, you're going to stall the motorcycle. Alright, after you've got comfortable with this, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to slowly release the clutch and then we're going to give it some throttle. Now when you slowly release the clutch and the motorcycle starts moving, you want to slowly give it throttle. Now the amount of throttle you give the motorcycle, you want to give the same amount of throttle as the same speed you're releasing the clutch. So your hands kind of want to be doing the same thing. Alright, watch as I go. Slowly release the clutch, slowly giving it throttle as I'm releasing the clutch. Giving it throttle. Let go of the throttle, start squeezing the brakes, start squeezing the clutch, come to a stop. Alright, I'm going to repeat the process. So I'm going to do it a little bit faster. Slowly release the clutch. Once you start moving, slowly give it throttle as you're releasing the clutch. Now you're going. It's pretty easy. Alright, now to come to a stop, right? Slowly release the throttle. You're gonna want to squeeze the brake and the clutch at the same time. See what I'm doing? Look at my hands. Watch my hands. But I'm also using the back brake as well. Once you've got this down, we're gonna go into second gear, and I'm gonna do it slowly. So just watch what I'm doing. All right? Same thing from the beginning. Slowly release the clutch. Start giving it throttle slowly. Now that I'm completely off the clutch, I'm giving it throttle. Now the next thing you're gonna want to do is we're going to want to shift into second. What we're going to want to do the same steps from the beginning, guys. Slowly release the clutch, slowly give it throttle. Now I'm off the clutch completely. I'm still on the throttle. Now we're going to shift into second. Alright, when we shift into second, watch what I'm doing. Just to shift into second, you're going to want to, I'm going to do this kind of slow, right? Alright, off the throttle, squeeze the clutch, up into second. Then you give it throttle, off the clutch. We'll do it again. Slowly release the clutch, slowly give it throttle. Now I'm off the clutch completely. Now we're gonna go into second. Watch what I'm doing. It's like it's a sequence. So let off the throttle, squeeze the clutch, up into second, release the clutch slowly, start giving it throttle. Now we're in second gear. See that? It's that easy. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys how to go from second gear back into first. Well, we're going to go from second to a stop is what we're going to do. Alright, now we're moving, we're in second. Alright, to stop the motorcycle and to get back into first, this is what you're going to do. Alright, release the throttle, start squeezing the brake. You're going to want to squeeze the clutch, and you're going to want to go into first. Now we're stopped. I'm going to do it again. We're in second gear, we're going to come to a complete stop. Alright, off the throttle, squeeze the brake, start squeezing the clutch, down to first, and you stop. Alright, we're going to do it again. Alright, we're in second. Off the throttle, squeeze the brake, hold the clutch, shift down into first. That easy. Alright, we're going to do it again. I'm gonna go into second, we're gonna go from there. All right, we're in second gear and we're gonna come to a stop. All right, it's the sequence, pay attention. Off the throttle, squeeze the brakes, hold the clutch, down to first, and now you're stopped. It's that simple. All right, I'm gonna start from the very beginning now. I'm gonna do it a little bit faster, all right? Slowly release the clutch. Once you start moving, start giving it some throttle. Now I'm off the clutch completely. Now we're gonna go into second. This is how you do it. Off the throttle, squeeze the clutch, up into second, throttle, slowly off the clutch. Now we're in second gear. And we're gonna go from second all the way to a stop again. All right, we're in second gear. We're gonna go down to first and then we're gonna stop. First thing you're gonna wanna do, off the throttle, squeeze the brakes, hold the clutch, down to first. That's simple. I'm gonna start from the beginning one more time. All right, slowly release the clutch, start giving it throttle. Now I'm off the clutch completely. We're gonna go into second. Roll off the throttle, pulling the clutch up into second. Slowly give it throttle, slowly release the clutch. Now we're gonna go back down to first and then we're gonna stop. All right, here's how we go from second down to first, down to stop. Roll off the throttle, squeeze the brakes, pulling the clutch, shift down to first. Now we're stopped. All right, we're gonna start from the beginning one more time. Slowly release the clutch, slowly give it throttle. Now we're off the clutch completely. Now we're gonna go into second. Roll off the throttle, squeeze the clutch, up into second. Slowly give it throttle as you're slowly releasing the clutch. Now we're in second gear. Now we're gonna stop the motorcycle. All right, we're in second, we're gonna come to a stop. Now what you're gonna wanna do, watch me. Roll up the throttle, squeeze the brakes, pull on the clutch, down to first. It's really that simple, guys. All right, guys, it's really that simple. Get out there and practice. Be safe. Let's go.